bit of pain at the moment. Obviously, as yeah, I just released the other couple of videos. Not that anyone's watching them, but I'm sure that people that want to are. So yeah, I'm in a bit of pain at the moment with my back and my neck. So I'm just gonna keep going. I've really got to hammer these out before things get too bad and I can't speak. I'm gonna carry on from Para Hills after what happened there. I basically took off out of the house as quick as I could, packed up everything, put it into a storage facility, and temporarily, I guess, moved back in with my ex-husband, who is Jet's father, and I stayed there for a little bit. This is where, I guess, our lives basically turned to hell, and they followed me there, obviously. So much, and yeah, I think I've said so many times how annoying it is having to stoop, to this kind of feralness, really. Like, this is not stuff I have in my life, you know what I mean? Like, these are not people I associate with, and this is not the kind of trash that I'm normally involved in. So yeah, just to sit here and have to say all this crap is like pretty annoying. But anyway, yesterday spent a lot of the day crying again, and yeah, by no means a weakness. It's I walk into my son's room, it happens. I start thinking about him, it happens. So after I left Para Hills, went to Craig's, and immediately I knew that they were still following and watching. Where I left off at Para Hills, when I said that this Sarah trash character, and I'm trying to keep my language like really under wraps here, because yeah, I'm not the type of person that walks around blasting people with expletives. It's, I mean, I've had a very different life, okay? When this kind of stuff comes knocking on your door, you never know what is, what you're gonna turn into, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, or what's gonna come out of you. And people have done a lot worse with finding out this information that this has happened to their child. So I guess you can understand kind of where I'm at, and it's just a matter of time now for me. So yeah, as soon as I went to Craig's, I guess the first thing I noticed, I felt like I was under observation. Video cameras, and this was the first time I had felt that. Obviously at Para Hills it wasn't the case. That was when I was semi-normal, living a semi-normal life, not being watched. For the past almost 9 years now, I've lived a life where I've been watched everywhere I've gone, every private moment, all over my house, even wherever I go out on the street. But not just that, in my actual mind. So yeah, I mean, it is huge. It is huge, and so much processing had to happen to even sit here. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. At Ingle Farm, when I was talking about Sarah and Paul, first thing I noticed was cars kind of speeding off up the street, going to check CCTV footage, because apparently, like I said previously, Sarah had informed these people that I was kind of starting trouble for them, driving past the house and literally just drove past, like nothing else, drove past. So this person is a serious danger to anyone around her, and I've only just gotten started with this information, but seriously dangerous. And I don't mean dangerous as I am to these people, I mean like a liability to anybody it comes in contact with. The only thing I could equate it to is like a whinging little chihuahua or something. It's just like, wow, why me? You know, well, you do this for me, daddy, like that kind of thing. Just total trash, bitch, that would come towards any parent or any child. And I do think that my son's been targeted to make me suffer for something. I don't even know what this is, all right? I don't even know. I mean, Paul is an obsessed freak, yes? So I find it very hard to grasp the fact that anybody in a relationship with somebody would take things to this level just for that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he was obsessed with me and he was obsessed with my son. And this is how sick and disgusting this goes. So at Ingle Farm, cars were taking off. They were going up to check CCTV footage, and it became pretty clear that they were positioned around the house in a few houses, and this has happened a few different locations that I've been at, including this one right here. Wait till I get to this house, because this is where all the physical attacks have started. And the sexual energy has been siphoned from me, and I'm pretty sure I know where that's going and what it's been used for. So at Ingle Farm, I guess we'll start with the neighbours. There was a neighbour next door. Her name was Sally. She'd been there for basically her whole life, like her entire life. She had foster kids come in and out and stuff like that. Didn't know her, like spoke to her once, but there was no way this woman was ever leaving, like no way. And you ask anybody in that street, she was like a fixture in that street. Yeah, she went missing, or, you know, I can't really say moved out because I didn't see that happen. She just vanished. The house was left empty. But previous to that, I heard voices in there, and they weren't hers, and a female and males. In the corner house on the corner of Grand Junction Road? No, Montague Road, sorry. On the corner of Montague Road and Sullivan Road. There's always been suspicion around that house, but that's neither here nor there at this point. But that house has always had a caravan out the front, and that's where Paul and Sarah were actually staying. Then there was a couple of houses over the back, and I also heard affiliates, associates, whatever you want to call them, in there as well, and that's where I believe these two past friends were lifted over the fence and tried to trigger me in the backyard. And suffice to say, heads will roll. Like from my point of view, this is my son, and I want justice for him. And I don't need anybody to bring that forth. Do you know what I mean? I can handle my own business, and I'm not saying in a physical way. I'm saying this will come undone for you. This is going to come undone for you. You cannot create this kind of shit and expect that not to come back to you. What you put out there is going to come back. So I just can't understand how these people have been so stupid, like actual stupid. And every day the stupidity gets even worse and worse. You wouldn't even believe the stupid narratives they've been running today. Like, I'm not even going to mention it because it's just like off the chain crazy. So So I'm in Ingle Farm, and straight away, yep, I feel I'm being watched on cameras, and at this point, did not have the channeling stuff going on, right? So there was no one in my head, there was no psyop, or any of that, like psychic watch. But yet still, I was kind of working at that level. And when I say that, I mean, one strange thing I did just out of the blue was, I don't know, you do weird things, right? So I was kind of getting my higher being to contact all these people, you know, and let them know that this is going to unfold really badly if you keep pursuing me and my son. There was one day that I could not even get off the couch. I think I laid in a curled up fetal position when you're being watched. I wouldn't expect anybody to relate. That's not what this is about. I would never, ever want anyone to have to relate to this crap. This is something I have to do. And if I don't do it, I'm actually concerned of where it will go, because I've been a real testing ground for these people. And they've been bringing like big head honcho kind of people through and showing them what they're capable of, what they think they're capable of. Like, this is an actual joke. And it's almost like they're saying sometimes, oh, you know, look at what Sarah's done, and using her, you know, as if this person with absolutely no energy and no soul has the capability to do anything. And that's not the case. There is a massive force behind this person. That is just a figurehead. None of these people have any power. And this, I have no idea who this is, but I'm going to go through every person that I know with that name, I suppose. I will get to that. We'll do that now. So, I guess the first person that I can recall, and the voice sounds very familiar, whingy, snotty little, you know, like, just hateful, and only person it reminds me of is when I first started pole dancing, 2009, 2008, it was around then. Yeah, I started a pole class, and there was this girl in pole class, like this tiny little weasel, and irritating as fuck. But I've gone off to the bathroom, like, just the energy of this person is like, dangerous to anybody. Do you know what I mean? And really weird, like, she's kind of like bullying me, and this thing is 4 foot high, right? I'm, I don't know, 5'9", something like that, 5'10", and yeah, just kind of getting in my face and stuff like that, and I'm just thinking, is this really happening? Like, are you deranged? Like, and you're commenting on my clothes and things like that. This is the only reason I'm reflecting back on this memory, is because this person seems to fit the bill, all right? Yeah, and I've gone off to the bathroom to change because we had like a dress-up kind of thing happening, and I hear her out there with all the other girls in the class, fully slamming me. I just don't like her physique, things like that. I don't even know this person. Like, I don't even know this girl. I met her once. This is a really hateful little person. So that's a possibility. And from what I hear, nobody really was impressed with her. So that's a possibility. I'm trying to think. Obviously, there's my friend Sarah, but I really have no idea of her involvement in this. And then there's the possibility that somebody's just using that name. So in the Ingle Farm, sorry, I'll go back to that now. Oh, and I would really like to know who it is. I mean, I'm sitting here talking like a normal person right now, but that's because I'm sitting in front of a camera and I want to get this information out. As you can imagine, very different sort of situation. Should I be confronted with this? Particularly after what they've done to my son's life. So in Ingle Farm, it was 2017. They were possibly getting in the house at night, and it was a matter of like days. So it could have been like I was there maybe three nights or something until this happened. I don't know. I don't even think it was that long. And they did kind of storm the house and were in the house, coming to to take him. It's going to be hard to read this. So I'm hearing things like, if anyone harms this kid, they're going to answer to me. Do you have any idea how much he's worth? Do not harm this kid. That kind of stuff. So I'm clutching my son in the bed, my husband on the other side. Ex-husband now, I should say. And I just want to clarify that these people have come towards us, alright? These people have targeted us and our child. So this night, obviously being an empath and all that kind of stuff, you can feel the mass amount of energy in the house. There's a few people pretty traumatized. So at this point, I'm, I guess, frozen. Do you know what I mean? Like, kind of frozen and not. When you know there's that many people out in the dark lounge room right next to your bedroom and they're coming in, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean just wandering in, I mean positioned. Like, this is orchestrated and organized. This isn't just like hell for leather sort of stuff. I'm hearing a something wheeling like on the ground, like a skateboard kind of thing. And it wheels into the bedroom, under the bed. Now, there was a person. There was a person under there. I don't know if I can say some of this stuff. I'm just gonna say it. So I'm holding my son in bed, and I'm hearing him being instructed what position to be in to get a clean headshot of me. and not harming my son. As a mum, obviously, you know, once that happens, what's going to happen to them? So I made it as difficult as possible for them. And there was one point where, knowing I was being watched on camera, and like I said, you're not functioning properly, you're not thinking about anything. I just started like, you know, just sort of turned towards the door and just started like hissing, you know, gave out a hiss. Like I don't know, this is really difficult. And they're all kind of like, what the hell is going on? Like, you know, I don't think they were expecting the kind of reactions from me that they normally get from people. There were a few other moments as well where it was completely not intentional at the time. I've gone to go out and have a smoke out the back, and it was cold, so I picked up a high-vis jacket off the hook and put it on. Maybe it was my higher self doing it, I don't know. So I've walked out the back with that on, and immediately I heard a few people enter the house, like storm the house kind of thing. Voices and everything, like, you know, we're here, blah blah blah. Like, it was on. And once again I froze, so they obviously thought that I was still in the house. Because I put that jacket on. Just things like that. And for some weird reason, like I feel like I was being guided this whole time. Like my and I guess it does when you're in these situations, like your full self is like come in, do you know what I mean, to guide you. There were at least 3 times where I lost consciousness during the last during 2017, and that was one of them. So I felt like I was gonna pass out, and I've come inside and sort of dropped on the ground. Surprisingly, I woke up. You never really expect that to happen. There's just so many pieces that I don't have as well, and that's really painful too, not knowing certain parts of this. So the night where where it all went down, there's someone under the bed. I'm just gonna pause and collect myself. I'm hearing them talking about the fact that they've loaded some stuff onto my laptop, which I think that narrative maybe fell through for them once shit hit the fan. So they were going to said they'd loaded some stuff onto my laptop and that they were going to frame me. So my husband's kind of gone out. I asked him to take a look. I didn't know what else to do. Like, as I'm saying this, I'm just like, it sounds crazy, you know, like, it sounds like, why would you do that? Or why would you say that? But you don't even know how you're going to respond. And you just do. There was also a moment where, and she is unbelievable, cat Jelly went through this whole thing as well. She was in the house at the time, and she's run through all of that into the bedroom and launched herself onto my ex-husband's chest 4 feet at once, like 4 feet touchdown, boom, just straight on his chest. And he's like woken up like he's had the paddles or something, straight up in bed. Just these things I'll never forget, and the night before this, I didn't sleep much either, because obviously they were positioned around. It was the same thing. So I was laying there clutching Jet most of the night. And the second night was when, it was game on. The last thing I remember hearing was kind of a glugging noise, as if someone was pouring something out of a bottle, like a glugging kind of noise, and I don't know what that is, but that's the last thing I remember. And then I was kind of out, and I wasn't intentionally planning to be out, so I don't know if you know what that is, but that's what I heard. It's just, I can't even say this stuff, it's just so gross. Waking up, the next day, wasn't right, you know what I mean? Like I knew something had happened. I wasn't right. I don't know if people can read between the lines with that, and I don't know. I really don't know what else happened, but my body wasn't right. I really suspect that one of my father's friends was killed as well, and that was put down to being a hunting accident. And I'm hearing Paul and Sarah come out the back of that corner house and pulling a tarp off of the trailer, because Paul's saying, "Oh, do you want to see?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he pulls the tarp off the trailer, and she said, "Oh, is that what a dead body looks like?" Strangely, see, people need to understand, people do what they need to do to protect their families. There was a video camera set up at the front, for us though, and on the screen, almost as if it was planned, I see see someone